Alright guys, I've been wanting to do this since season 4 came out, but let's say I've had some I was too lazy to do it. So I wrote some things down that bothered me about season 4, which is like the entire season. Okay, so this is gonna be a rage video kind of thingy where I explain why I hate season 4. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Let's start. I wrote everything down. Let's just go through the episodes first. So, episode 1 was great. It was full of emotions. It was full of fighting and a little bit of character development, many struggles, and yeah. You know this stuff, right? And it was all about Keith and the blade, so that was cool. Episode 2, there's not much to say. It was perfect all the way. Like, they couldn't have done it better. Like, Matt came back, and Pidge's journey to finding Matt, and it was so emotional, and wow, it was great. Then shit went down. Episode 3. I admit I don't even remember what happened. I don't really remember it good because like episode 3 and 4 are fillers for me. In episode 3 it was all about Lotor, I guess. Wasn't that the episode where he killed Narty, or what was the name? I'm not sure. I just wrote in my notes what happened. I think it was where he killed her and where his officers betrayed him. No, that wasn't there, but where they like realized some stuff and that it wouldn't be safe staying with him and shit like that. And yeah, the thing with the dimension portal and yeah, that quintessence stuff. So that was episode 3, I guess. I'm not even sure anymore. Episode 4, what the fuck happened? It was, I liked it at the beginning. It was fun at the beginning. But when I look back at it now, I'm like, what was this shit? Like, it's supposed to be funny. It did not have any character development at all in it. Like, it could have been such a good episode for Coran's development, but they just made it funny without any at all. And come on, I did not need to see Voltron on ice. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And I definitely don't want to see it again. Like, oh my god, it was so horrible. I kind of looked at the minutes left on the episode every 2 minutes or something, like, oh my god, when will this end? When will this end? I don't want this anymore. But I couldn't stop watching either because I might have missed something important, but since it was just a filler, nope, didn't happen. Yeah, that was that. But then episode 5 was a kind of lead on to episode 6, where there were preparations for the big fight, and yeah, I think it was there where Lotor's girls betrayed him and yeah, tried to capture him and all. That was kind of weird. Like, come on, they were following him for so long, and now suddenly they were like, "Oh, okay, no, he might be, but yeah, we shouldn't follow him anymore, maybe." So I don't know what to think of that. Definitely wasn't really my favorite. Then episode 6, the big fighting happens. Voltron against whatever, then Voltron almost gets captured and all the paladins almost die. But then Laura had this great idea or something and they survived just in time, and Keith was helping them with the blade though, and then he almost frigging sacrificed himself because there was nobody to tell him like, no, don't do it, because he was all on his fucking own. But I will come back to that later. And then Lotor saves the day in the last friggin' second. So that was the only time where I was like, okay, Lotor, I don't like you, okay, but that was a good move. We would have lost Keith without you, and without Keith, Voltron wouldn't have been Voltron. Oh yeah, I remember. Wait, was it episode 2? or no, it was episode 3 or 2 or end of 1 where Shiro got black back. It doesn't matter anyway. But yeah. All in all, there was almost none character development in the whole season. What was with the storyline? I'm so irritated. Season 1, 2, and 3, there was so much character development happening with Keith, with with Shiro, with Hunk didn't really have much character development, Teddy. With Lance got a lot of character development in season 3. Season 3 is my favorite, by the way. And then in season 4, it's like, oh, we developed our characters very good, so, oh look, there's a trash bin, we should throw that all away and act as if they have never developed at all. Yeah, no, just, let's just see the thing with Keith. Keith joined the Blade because, I don't know why. Probably he thinks that he has some kind of mission he has to do, or that he has to be responsible for being half Galra, and that he belongs to the Blade more than he belongs to Voltron. But in season 3, he did season 3 started such good development with him as a leader and with him taking responsibilities. But then they go to season 4 like, oh my god, hey look, he joins the Blade now. Screw his character development. Like, some people might say he's selfish because he left and all, but he kind of left, I think in his opinion, he left for the best of the team. So that, like, the team could be the, like, say, old team again with Shiro, and that Lance didn't have to give up red, and so that Allura could stay in blue and stuff. So I think he did it for the team, and then again he was willing to sacrifice himself so that Voltron had a chance of winning. So he is definitely not selfish, but in my opinion he didn't really act like himself. So because like in his vlog, did you see his vlog? His vlog, he said something like he tends to push people away in something because his family left him, but he yet has to realize that his family now is Voltron and all of the Voltron paladins are his family. So it really seems not like Keith to just leave them when he just found like his family, and then one episode later, oh come on, let's just leave them again. They can do it without me. Obviously they can't, and Keith can't do it without Voltron either. Like, Lance was his right hand then, or like stepped up to be his right hand in season 3, I mean. So basically, when he was about to do something dumb, Lance told him no, and he kind of listened to Lance. So without him, he was totally willing to sacrifice himself because nobody told him otherwise. So come on. He belongs in Voltron. Like, in my opinion, Shiro is not one of my favorites. So I think it should be either the old constellation without Allura, because in my opinion Allura belongs to the castle and not in Voltron, or let's just make it like the new thingy where Keith in black and Lance in red and Allura in blue, but Shiro in the castle to manage everything like the big leader of all, because then he could see better what's happening and could control the movements even better than in black. So yeah, there's that. What do I have on my list? Lotor. Yeah, that was kind of wiki. Like, Lotor got introduced in season 3 as a new villain. And in season 4 at the end, he wanted to talk to Team Voltron. That seems like, okay, I'm gonna talk to you now. I'm gonna either get part of your team and like go to your side, or just like suggest a deal with Team Voltron, like if you give me that, I'll give you that, or something like that. Since, I mean, he got kind of thrown up by Zarkon, so he doesn't really have another chance. But it's not cool to introduce a villain and not even I mean, season 3 and 4 are basically one season together, so it's not cool to introduce a new villain and then just make him kind of good at the end. That's not how you do it. Like, look at Avatar. Zuko needed like 2.5 seasons to kind of turn to the good side, but no, that's just not Lotor. I don't get it. Then yeah, Zarkon is back. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, they didn't defeat him completely, but hey, look, now he's back, and now he's like throwing Lotor out, and now he's the main threat again. And okay, I mean, yeah, if you want. I don't like Zarkon. Why should I? But that was kind of sudden. I mean, it was totally obvious that he would wake up sooner or later, but I thought maybe later? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, next one. No one cared about Keith being gone. Okay, we got end of episode 1. And the big group hug at the end. And then it just goes on like that. Nobody talks about Keith. Let's just take it from episode 4, like the Voltron and Aizen acting up. They just told like, Allura, hey, you can be Keith and something. But other than that, they did not talk about Keith. They did not wonder how he was. They did not mention him at all. Come on, like what the heck? He was part of your team. He still kind of is part of your team. He was your leader for a while, and you just act like he never existed. Like, I don't get it. Are you kidding me? They just acted like he was never there. And even episode 4 again, Koran's thing with Loverboy Lance and what was it, Brain Pidge or something, and Lone Wolf, Keith, and all that stuff. Lance had such a great character development in season 3 with, like, telling about how he misses Earth and how he would rather how he would rather just go back and that he wants to see his family again and all. And then in episode 4 or in general in season 4, he just acts like the goofball again and like the guy who's always happy and shit. We know he isn't, so I don't know why they made him like that again. Like, he opened himself up kinda. So I just don't get it at all. Like, where did the character development go that you did? Like, it's the same with Keith. I don't get it. Also, Hunk, my precious Hunk, needs more character development. We know, like, almost nothing about him. Nothing at all. I think the most we know about is about Pidge with Matt and all that stuff. Then Shiro, I guess, and then Keith and Lance are kinda up the same. We know about the same amount of information about them. Of background, you know. But we know nothing about Hunk. Oh, and we know quite some things about Allura. But what's with Hunk? Hunk is like, oh, he's the guy who we can joke about. He cooks, and yeah, he's kind of scaredy cat, but we don't really know anything about Hunk at all. I would love to know about his backstory and what he did on Earth, except being at the garrison like before that. So, guys, give him more character development, please. And more Lance, and more Keith. Lance had like 5 lines in the entire series. I bet it was a few more, but that was so disappointing. I was looking so forward to see Lance. I was looking really forward to see more Keith, and then Keith appears in like 10 scenes or something for a little bit. That's really sad, like, because if I'm not wrong, and all the polls did on Amino and some stuff, Keith and Lance are like the show's most favorite characters, and after that comes Shiro. So why wouldn't they give them more screen time? I don't understand it. Why wouldn't they give the 2 most wanted, most favorite characters more screen time? So basically, that's gonna be it for my rant now, because I'm sure I forgot most of it again. But I didn't want to record the rant right after the season, because I would have gone way more out and I would have repeated myself way more than I did now. I'm gonna leave this uncut too, because yeah, why not? And I really hope they are trying to fix some mistakes they did in season 4 in season 5, but actually, to be honest, I have no idea how they want to do this, since, yeah, well, most of the things they completely screwed up now, and they can't really fix it again. So I'm quite curious how they're gonna do it. Also, I hope that we might get a full season next time, full 13 episodes, and not like 7 episodes and 6 episodes. I want a full season, so it's just more fun to watch. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for now. Probably for the next season, whenever it will come out, I'm gonna make another rant if it is bad. If it's good, I'm gonna make like a video about the things I loved about the season. So, but yeah, I am done, and we'll see each other again soon, probably. Jay, over and out.